If this is you sitting there, scrolling through your phone late at night, wondering why she doesn't text back, feeling that tight knot in your chest every time her name pops up on your screen, I want you to know I see you. Maybe this feels familiar. You've tried saying the right things, sending the right memes, even bending over backward to make her laugh. Yet somehow it never seems to be enough. You've felt that sting of watching her reply instantly to everyone else but you, or worse, leaving your messages on read. You start questioning yourself. Am I not attractive enough? Am I doing something wrong? And the more you overthink, the further away she feels. Maybe you've spent hours analyzing every conversation, replaying her laughs, her looks, her half smiles, wondering what you missed. You've told yourself, ma, if only I say this, if only I act like that, maybe she'll notice me. But no matter what you do, the chase always seems one-sided, and the frustration keeps building. Your mind races through scenarios, imagining her being with someone else, laughing with someone else, while you're left trapped in this anxious cycle. It hurts. It's lonely. It makes you wonder if women just don't see what you have to offer. And yet, there's a part of you that's sick of feeling desperate, tired of bending yourself into someone you're not just to grab her attention. There's a part that's ready to break free from this exhausting chase and finally understand how attraction really works. Without saying a word, without pleading, without compromise. Have you ever wondered why some men seem to have women chasing them effortlessly while you're left guessing, wondering, and waiting? And what if the secret isn't in what you say at all, but in something far deeper, something she can't even explain? Most men get this all wrong because they've been told the chase is about effort, about saying the right thing, buying the right gifts, or performing endless acts of attention. They believe attraction is something they earn with words, and they end up exhausted, frustrated, and desperate. That's the first mistake, thinking your value is in what you do for her instead of who you are at your core. Attraction isn't a transaction. It isn't about proving yourself. It's about presence. A woman chases a man who moves through life with calm confidence, who doesn't cling, who doesn't react with anxiety every time her attention wavers. This doesn't mean you're cold or unfeeling. It means you operate from a grounded place of self-assurance. You have standards. You have direction. You have a life she's invited into, not a life you pause to make her happy. Another core principle most men miss is magnetic energy. Women feel it long before they hear your words. It's not charm, it's not manipulation. It's knowing who you are, being fully comfortable in your own skin, and carrying that energy silently, effortlessly. When you do this, your presence speaks louder than any message, any text, any clever line. The truth is simple: men who chase are chasing the wrong thing. They're chasing attention, validation, and approval. Men who command desire without saying a word understand that attraction flows naturally when you embody stability, confidence, and self-possession. They don't hustle for it, they simply live it. Once you understand these principles, the game changes entirely. The chase isn't something you beg for. It's something she instinctively wants to be part of. Drawn to the quiet power you carry without even trying. He's sitting at the bar, glass half full, the low hum of conversation brushing past him like background noise. He feels it, the itch, the tension. Every glance she gives him carries a question he can't answer. Every laugh she lets slip just out of reach. He remembers the nights he stayed up staring at his phone, crafting messages that would never land the way he wanted. And here now, he doesn't speak. He doesn't need to. He watches her across the room, the way her eyes flicker when she notices him. His chest tightens for a split second, not from fear, but from the gravity of being present, completely himself, without pretense. He thinks, why does she look at him that way? Why is this feeling so electric when I haven't even said a word? There's no text, no call, no desperate effort, just the quiet weight of his energy, the subtle sway of confidence that doesn't announce itself but can't be ignored. The music shifts, softens, and the room feels smaller, closer. He catches the warmth of her gaze from across the floor, and in that fleeting moment the past, The overthinking, the chasing, the doubt melts into something else: patience, calm, presence. He doesn't move toward her, doesn't force the connection. He simply exists in that space, grounded, aware, magnetic. And in the silence between them, she leans slightly closer to see him, to feel the energy that's been there all along. He feels a quiet satisfaction, not from conquest, not from validation, but from knowing that what matters most isn't the words he speaks, but the life he lives, the stillness he carries, the confidence that can't be shaken. And in that silent exchange, he realizes something he never knew before. The chase is hers now, because he finally stopped chasing at all. Most men believe attraction is about effort, about saying the right thing, being constantly available, proving themselves worthy. They think if they just text more, compliment more, or chase harder, she'll chase back. That's not how desire works. You've been sold a story that keeps you anxious, exhausted, and frustrated. The truth is simple: she didn't ghost you. You disappeared from yourself. Another common belief is that confidence comes from approval. You've been taught that if she notices you, if she laughs at your jokes, if she responds immediately, then you're doing something right. That's backwards. True attraction comes from presence, from living fully in your own world, not waiting for validation from hers. Your value isn't in her attention, it's in your life. And finally, many men think words create attraction. They believe clever texts, bold statements, or rehearsed lines will make her chase. But desire is emotional and instinctual. It's felt, not explained. She responds to energy, not scripts. She chases the man who carries himself with calm assurance, who doesn't bend, beg, or over-explain. Stop talking yourself into her love. Start living her curiosity. Break free from these illusions. Stop overthinking. Stop chasing approval. You already hold the power to create desire simply by being grounded, confident, and unapologetically yourself. Once you embody that, the dynamic flips. She notices, she wonders, and she chases. Without a single word from you. She didn't ghost you. You disappeared from yourself. Your value isn't in her attention, it's in your life. Stop talking yourself into her love. Start living her curiosity. This is what the 1% headman understands: attraction isn't earned, it's drawn. He knows that chasing or trying to prove himself is a sign of absence, not presence. While most men bend, worry, and over-explain, he moves through the world with quiet certainty, fully aware that his value doesn't hinge on anyone noticing it, especially not a woman. He doesn't seek validation, he radiates self-possession. This is how he leads, with presence, not pressure. His energy is magnetic because it's grounded in something deeper than desire. It's grounded in life itself. He carries his attention like a calm river, steady and unwavering. When he enters a room, he isn't performing, he's existing fully, and that authenticity pulls people toward him naturally. He isn't desperate for connection. He creates an environment where others, including women, feel drawn in, compelled to follow, to engage, to chase. He also understands timing, the silent power of restraint. He doesn't fill every pause with a message, a joke, or a compliment. He lets space exist. He knows that absence accentuates presence, that his life is richer when he's living it fully and unapologetically. He doesn't manipulate, he simply aligns with reality, with the natural flow of attraction, and the mindset that changes everything. He is in control of himself before he's in control of any connection. He understands that the chase is never about her. It's about the quality of his life, his energy, his purpose. When he embodies this, attraction becomes a reflection of his own inner alignment, not a transaction of effort or attention. This is why she notices him, why she thinks about him, why she chases him without a single word. Because the 1% headman has mastered the art of being irresistible by being complete, grounded, and untouchably himself. He's walking home alone, the city lights flickering against wet pavement, the hum of distant traffic filling the spaces between his thoughts. For a moment, he stops, feeling the weight of every unanswered text, every replayed conversation, every little moment he thought he messed up. And then, almost imperceptibly, something shifts. He realizes he's been holding his breath, waiting for her approval, chasing a reflection of himself that never belonged to her. A quiet clarity settles in his chest. He remembers the times he laughed freely, pursued his passions, stood tall when others doubted him. Before the chase, before the anxiety. He sees now that attraction isn't a script to follow, a line to memorize, or a game to play. It's an energy, a presence, a life fully lived. He doesn't need her to validate him. He just needs to remember who he already is. The realization blooms like sunlight breaking through clouds. He is enough, whole, magnetic simply by being himself. No words, no performances, no desperate effort required. And in that stillness he feels it, an invisible shift in the universe around him. He isn't chasing anymore. She's noticing, she's intrigued, she's drawn, not because he begged or explained, but because he stopped waiting and started existing. And in that silence, he finally knows the power was inside him all along. She notices you now, not because you chased, not because you explained, not because you tried harder than everyone else, but because you stopped trying, because you remembered your life, your worth, your presence. The tension, the doubt, the late night scrolling, it fades into memory. What she feels isn't about what you said. It's about the energy you carry, the quiet power that can't be forced. Desire flows naturally to a man who lives fully, who stands grounded, who doesn't bend for attention. And the truth that stays with you forever? When you stop chasing, everything starts chasing you.